want to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Chadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, the Ruel, who are the leaders and teachers of Israel. And salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing towards sincerity and truth. It's your brother Proud coming with a little quick video. Basically, this video is about stumbling blocks. And the Apostle Ramla did a video on playing to the it said playing to the righteous and stumbling block to the wicked, something like that, roughly paraphrasing. But I want to land back off of that a little bit. The Bible is full of stumbling blocks, and they there for a reason, to weed out the 2/3 from the elect. You know, because only the elect is not going to be confounded by the stumbling blocks that are purposely put there by the Most High. You know, like this, like for example, Old Testament, New Testament. Now the Bible is just the Bible. It's just a collection of books. Putting that Old Testament, New Testament there was a creation of Esau, so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. He put that there because to fit his narrative that the Old Testament was the mean God, and this New Testament, it was a change. So now everybody, the Lord loves everybody now, which is further from the truth. Because in Malachi 3:6, it says, Yahweh don't change, you know. So that kills that. If you had the spiritual eyes to see that, but that's a stumbling block when they put that there. They knew when they put that there that separation, that a lot of people will buy into that, you know. And there's all sorts of stumbling blocks in there, just like when you see the word Gentile. Now, if you don't go into the and do your research and go into the etymology of the word Gentile, which is like Hellenist, which is a Greek-speaking Jew, which made those Gentiles that Paul went to Israelite foreigners, Israelites that didn't know that they were Israelites. So Israelites called those particular Israelites Gentiles because they was living like Gentiles, you know? Just like we were Gentiles and we came out of that, the Lord brought us out of that state, and now we turning towards the righteous acts, trying to be Hebrew Israelites. It's the same concept. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's the same thing. All Israelites have to be looking like Shaquille O'Neal or John Shadd. That's another stumbling block. You have the confusion of face Israelites. Israelites were scattered throughout the whole world, the four corners of the world. So you're going to be looking like the other nations. You're going to have Israelites looking like so-called white people, red Hebrew Edomites. You're going to have people looking like Chinese, which are Moabites. You're going to have Israelites looking like Hamites, which are so-called Africans, and so forth and so on. You're going to have Israelites looking like Arabs, which are the Ishmaelites, and so on. So it's a lot of stumbling blocks. Another stumbling block is everybody can get salvation. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. If you read the scriptures, it clearly says that salvation is for the Israelites. That's all the Bible is speaking to. It's the Israelites. That's the only people that the Lord is concerned with. The Most High is the Israelites, and that's it. Period. But those stumbling blocks are there to weed out the elect from the 2/3 and the heathen nations. You know, because it's only for Israel. It's only a small remnant is going to make it this time. And if those stumbling blocks or you can't get past them, then the Lord ain't dealing with you. It's just that simple, you know. I'm gonna read a couple of scriptures. This is Malachi 2:8. But ye are departed out of the way; ye have chosen many. He have caused many to stumble at the law. He have corrupted the covenant of Levi, said the Lord of hosts. You know, he causes a lot of people to stumble at the law. You know, they use like the so-called rape doctrine. That's a stumbling block. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible for a reason to know what to do in case this happens, which it happens. So the Lord gonna have a law for it. You know. That's all we saying. It's not a doctrine. It's in the Bible and it has to be discussed. You can't just sweep it under the rug and just like it don't exist. It's there. It has to be mentioned. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't want to mention, they just don't want to overlook it because it don't fit the narrative, you know, that they want. You know? Because the Old Testament is bad and all that old mess. This is 1 Peter 2:8. And a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, which being obedient, whereunto also they were appointed. And see, this is the Bible is meant to have people to stumble at it. You know, when you get into Romans 9, that clearly tells you who salvation is for. Clearly. You can't get around. If you read Romans 9, you should come to the realization, I need to know if I need to figure out if I'm an Israelite. You know? That should be your conclusion. Because it clearly tells you that the Israelites get all the promises, the giving of the law, everything. So that's who salvation is for. It's for the Israelites and the Israelites only. So those are just some things to examine. These stumbling blocks are there for a reason, and they there to weed out the elect from the 2/3 and the other nations. Because if you can't get past these stumbling blocks, the Lord is not dealing with you. Just go around. So with that, I hope that was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostle, great millstone. Salutation and blessing to the whole elect. And with that, shalom.